Okay, time for today's deck and game. Today's deck is Greyjoy, Banner of the Wolf. For this deck, the thing that I sort of latched on fairly quickly to with the Wolf banner is Arya Stark, who is a stealth character, so I was like, okay, let's do an unopposed theme, because I can also use Jojen Reed, who is more cheap stealth, and Osha is not a stealth character, but theoretically she can help with unopposed because she can threaten two challenges and they have to declare defenders for both. That's kind of jank, but that's why she's in here. Great John Umber makes people feel bad for declaring defenders because intimidate. So yeah, sort of an unopposed themed deck with some Stark banner cards thrown in to help out. Bran is a efficient, good character to have, and we have Flea Bottom, so when he sacks himself, he can go in the Flea Bottom pile. And we have Frozen Solid. This is still more efficient even than most of, if not all of, Greyjoy's location removal. It does not require you to win an unopposed challenge like We Do Not Sow. Also, We Do Not Sow can be less reliable in the sense that if you discard a Flea Bottom with this and then they just draw another copy, it doesn't really work. Of course, the trade-off is that Frozen Solid can be removed by confiscation, but not that many people seem to actually be running confiscation these days. But it can still be removed by, like, Viserys Targaryen or something. But regardless, a very good card, so we have it. And it lets us not run, newly made Lord or anything like that and still have some pretty good attachment control. So for the unopposed themed deck, we've got some standard good Greyjoy big dudes, Euron, Victarion, and Balon. The King Balon is selected because we don't have any strength buff effects for the Corset Balon that causes people to not count strength. You could do a version of this deck with Corsair's Dirk, I think, and maybe Iron Fleet Scouts or something like that and use that guy. But I didn't feel like doing that, so I don't know. We've just got him, and we've got Great Kraken, so we should definitely have Balon in the deck. He's still pretty good. We're not using the King plot because we're not scumbags, but maybe he can save us from the opponent's King plot. We've got the Corset Asha. I think this could also be the 7-cost Asha. You could do either one. Since I'm a banner deck and I don't have like what is that, the 0-cost reducer called? I don't have Sea Towers or Iron Island's Fishmongers. I have City Gates instead. My economy is not quite as strong as a monofaction deck, so I'm not going to do the 4, 7, or 6-cost characters. Keep it down to a 5-cost with this girl. She's still pretty good. We've got the Drown God Fanatics because crazy good card. And this actually does have some good Flea Bottom synergy. If you pop a character in with Flea Bottom and then kill him with the Drown God Fanatic, the Drown God stays in play. So you basically used your Flea Bottom to get an additional permanent board presence. We've got Raiders from Pike and Pinch of Powder, which is a scumbag combo, but I realized that if I'm going to do an unopposed theme, one way to really capitalize off unopposed challenges is winning by 5 and using Pinch of Powder. That obviously can win you games. And I also thought I could do a nice little meme combo of Raider from Pike and Throwing Axe, which obviously, you can ambush this in to surprise kill somebody who's trying to defend to block your Seastone chair. Also, if you just put this on one of your big dudes, that means that it's extremely unappealing for the opponent to ever defend against that character if they cannot fully, block the challenge and win it on defense. Salt Wives and Wildling Scouts to go with Flea Bottom and fuel the unopposed theme. And Theon, obviously. We Do Not Sow, always good. Seastone Chair, Great Kraken, help us capitalize from winning unopposed challenges and let us actually win the game off of them and not allow the opponent to just ignore them. And some econ stuff. Then one notable thing is we don't have any saves and we don't have Valar Morghulis. And it's pretty much guaranteed that you will lose some games because of that playing with this deck, but I just did not have room. I'm at 60 cards, right? So I'd have to go up to 66 to put in a saves package. And I really wanted all of the cards that I'm playing. I don't want to lose any of them, so that'll probably screw me, but we're going to do it. Maybe we can fake somebody out and they'll not Valar us because we're Greyjoy and they're like, oh, he has Risen, I can't use Valar. And then the joke's on them. I don't have Risen from the Sea in this deck. Plot deck is nothing special. Summer Harvest, Noble Cause. Close Call goes with Flea Bottom, also because we don't have saves. You know, we might have to, like, Close Call a Balon or something after they die from Valar. Confiscation, Counting Coppers, yeah, all pretty standard. There's a couple flex spots, Close Call and Confiscation. You know, those could be like Rise of the Kraken or Clash of Kings, or even You Win or You Die, stuff like that if you really wanted, but I prefer stuff that feels safer and more consistent, so I've got these. The game is probably going to be decided by whether or not you can activate Pinch, Great Kraken, and Seastone Share. And like, if you can activate them, you probably get, well, I'm not going to say you're probably going to win, but you have a good win chance. Like, that's sort of your win condition. And if you can't activate them, then I don't know that Clash of Kings or Rise of the Kraken is going to save you. You're probably going to lose them anyways, unless you got very lucky and did very well in other respects, which is possible. I mean, you have a nice little solid roster of dudes here. So let's get into a game, see what happens. So while we're sitting here waiting, I guess I'll think about, like, what else could you do with the Wolf Banner besides what I've done? And I think you could do like an aggressive or aggro deck using the standard Wolf Banner cards of Ramsay Snow, Ward, Harrenhal, and then you still have Frozen Solid. I mean, I feel like most factions could just make a Wolf Banner with those cards and then play like March to the Wall and whatever aggressive cards that the faction has, and it would feel reasonably effective, could win some games with a dumb combo of Ward and Ramsay. But we're not doing that because, you know, that's kind of lame. Non-interactive board deletion is not one of my favorite things to do in this game. See, with this deck, we can delete the opponent's board, but we actually have to win a challenge to do it, so we feel slightly better about ourselves at the end of the day. Come on, 21 games. Join up, somebody. I'm recording. This is annoying. I feel like I've played this guy on video before. Oh, great. It's this frickin' deck. I hate this deck. Well, we have a decent setup. Let's just set up all our dudes here. Let's give him a GL. Summer Harvest might not actually be smart because he might... I've seen these guys actually start with Valar Morghulis. I don't think he's going to do it, though. Not on this board. Let's just see what happens. Alright, that worked out. This is a lame deck, so you always make them first if you can. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? That's why I friggin' hate this deck. Look at that BS. That's so trash. Well, hopefully I can pinch him back into my hand, but that just feels bad. Look at this BS. Look at this. Look at this. Man, that's obnoxious. Doesn't get much worse than that. At least he didn't get another 7-cost character. How did he get a veteran builder into his discard already? Oh, the freaking green site put it there. That's insane. Okay. Well, we've already got the pinch. Let's get Balon to try and enable it. Do we want gates or city gates? I guess gates to the moon. We need money. He really doesn't need money. He's already got all of his bullshit. And we definitely want one for we do not sow. So I don't think we... Oh, we have one for the sea stone chair. There we go. Maybe that'll screw him over. We do have two fairly big threats here. The first being the sea... Well, no, not the sea stone chair, actually. Although that actually is kind of a threat, because he probably doesn't want me to target Euron with it. But the two main threats are... We do not sow on his wall, which could, if I'm lucky, win me the game. And pinch of powder on Euron. Do I just ambush the pinch of powder? I don't think I do. Just hope we get lucky. City gates and Arya. Damn, he got the friggin' city gates. The only location in my hand. And he steals it with my Euron. Man, I don't like this game. Man, I don't like this game. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop doing bullshit. I don't enjoy it. Alright, we're going to give Balon stealth and go for some unopposed stuff. He really needs to defend this. Actually, maybe he's weighing his options in terms of trying to keep this dude to defend military. So maybe he's not going to defend it. Recognizes that I'll probably give him Jojen Reed when he uses the wall. So then he can defend with 3 if he wants. Oh, he's going to force me to give him Jojen. Well, that's what I was going to pick anyways. Don't want to give him... Well, I guess... I don't know. This is fine. Wow. Well, that was good. Alright. He may have misplayed a bit there because now he's going to get screwed pretty hard. But I don't feel bad for him. He's playing one of the lamest decks in the game, in my opinion. Get the fuck out of here. Get that shit out. Let's see. Yep. Die. Oh man, why didn't I target Euron? What am I doing? Misplay, right? What am I doing? Why would I ever do that? It doesn't make sense. We're kneeling the chumps to dodge hard home. Even though they don't matter in the challenges. Balon's good enough by himself. And he may realize at this point what's coming. But I don't think there's anything he can do about it. Yeah, come back to me, boy. So, at the end of the day, his green sight discarded the Euron off the top of my deck and he ended up in my hand. I guess that worked out. Now his plot... Oh, okay. That's right. Get fucked. Play this lame-ass shit. Get what you deserve. You scumbag. Get fucked. I'm going to go ahead and show this game just because that was delicious. Making him pay for playing this deck. Absolutely amazing. And he drew the friggin' nuts. He drew every single piece in his deck right away on turn 1. And then he still just got boned. I love it.